This is one of the strangest encounters ever reported by the United States Life-Saving Service, who woke up in the middle of the night and accidentally shook hands with someone who had already died. 1897, Lake Superior, Michigan. The wind screamed, the waves clawed, and sometimes the dead came back. One night, inside the Deer Park Life-Saving Station, a tired surfman named Benjamin finally laid down after a long day of patrol. The storms had been brutal. Shipwreck season never really ended here. He closed his eyes and drifted toward sleep. That was when he felt it, a presence beside his bunk. Benjamin opened his eyes and saw a man standing right there next to him. The stranger did not look like a ghost story. He looked real, solid, calm, as if he had simply walked in from the cold. The man slowly extended his hand. Instinct took over. Benjamin reached out and shook it. The hand was shockingly cold. Not winter cold, not lake spray cold, dead cold. The stranger did not speak. He simply watched him. Then he was gone. No footsteps, no door, no sound, just gone. Benjamin stared at the empty space beside his bunk, his heart pounding in the dark. He knew what he had felt. He knew he had touched something. He barely slept for the rest of the night. Morning came with a shout from the beach. A body had washed ashore. The crew carried the drowned man into the station. When Benjamin saw the face, his stomach dropped. It was the same man, the same eyes, the same expression. The same hand he had shaken only hours before. Except now there was no question. This man had been dead long before their meeting. The crew who served on the Great Lakes were not storytellers. They were disciplined rescuers who faced storms that shattered ships like toys. They kept careful logs. They trained relentlessly. They saw death constantly. But even among the tragedies, this story spread in hushed voices. Some believed the drowned sailor had returned to say goodbye. Others believed he was seeking help in those final moments. And some said Lake Superior does not always let go so easily. Years later, when the United States Life-Saving Service merged into what we now know as the Coast Guard, many of the old stations faded into memory. But the Deer Park story never did. The crewman never changed his account. He never sought fame. He simply held on to the same chilling truth. He had shaken the hand of a man whose body was still out there in the black water when it happened. Skeptics say exhaustion, dreaming, stress. But those who have lived near Lake Superior whisper a different answer. They say the boundary between the living and the drowned is much thinner out there. And sometimes, for reasons we may never understand, it opens just long enough for a frozen hand to reach through. So when the wind howls across that lonely shoreline, and the waves slam the rocks like knuckles on a door, remember the man at Deer Park who woke up, reached forward, and touched the other side.